On episode 19, we have a sci-fi quick list. We talk games we've never finished. We have the fifth and final part on our top 10 series, and we play a matching game. Sit back and relax, because here comes episode 19.
Activating Dragon Power Protocol in 3, 2, 1. Initializing host sequence. Player 1. Select your host. Brian.
Solid choice. Let's fire it up.
Player 2. Select your host. Connor.
Oh, yeah!
Host sequence complete. Stand by for podcast.
Dragon Power!
Hey, everybody.
Welcome.
That was very
Yes.
polite of you.
Not me. I was like, I'm gonna do something different. We'll be like, hey, oh, or like, hey, what's up? We'll be like, welcome to my abode.
Salutations.
Welcome to our-
Greetings.
Welcome to our little corner of the internet.
Yes. Welcome to Dragon Power Podcast, episode 19.
I thought you were about to see at gmail.com.
At
I was
gmail.com.
like, wow, we're getting like quick today. Ooh.
Just getting it out of the way.
It's like, all right, just plug that throughout the show.
Yeah,
It's
just
like,
we're just
anyway,
gonna
it's like,
keep-
you know that's great. You know what else is great? Dragon Power Podcast at gmail.com.
I'm bringing it back around.
You know what? We're gonna say this, and at the end, I'm still gonna mess it up.
I hope not.
I probably will.
Just remember, it's at Dragon Power Cast. Just remember that.
At cat.
At Cat Dragon.
At Dragon Cat.
Perfect.
Dragon Cat.
Podcast.
Why didn't
over.
we just name our podcast Dragon Cat? That's a way better name.
Agreed.
Someone can take that, by the way.
Yeah, if you want Dragon Cat, go for it. If
Yeah,
it's not already taken, which it probably is, because dragons and cats and internet.
Yeah.
So, awesome. Episode 19 should be a good one.
Yeah, we're starting off well.
We've got some fun things.
Starting off well. Anyway.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and just take the reins on this one as far as what I did this week.
Okay.
Because, the internet. Speaking of the internet,
Yes.
something happened to me earlier this week, and I had to save it without telling you all the way until today.
Ugh.
So,
You really wanted to tell me.
I did. I really did. But I waited. So, Reddit. Have you ever been to Reddit?
Once or twice.
Okay. Reddit is either one of the coolest places in the world or one of the absolute worst places of all time.
Yes.
So, there are a lot of really messed up, mean, bad, nasty people that just... some people just want to watch the world burn.
Thank you, Michael K.
Michael Caine. Anyway, so there are people out there that do these things. They just make people fight over stuff that doesn't exist. So I was cruising through and I saw this post. Some dude was like, I'm paraphrasing at best, but basically he was just like, hey, all you poor people, convince me why I should buy you a copy of the new Doom game.
Okay.
And like he'd had a little sub thing in there that was just like no bullcrap answers and no holier than thou answers. So I was like, this is gonna be funny, because obviously he does not actually have a copy of the games he
He's
give
just
away.
like,
So I go in there and I look at it, and I'm reading all these answers, and it's varying from because I've given away games before and it's my turn to get something cool and blah blah blah, and then there's people who are like, because I'm poor and this, that, and the other, and so just to be funny, I wrote because I like Doom and I want to play it, and he replied to my comment and said, hey, what's your Steam ID? And I was like, what? No. So I gave it to him because, like, what's the worst that can happen? He can't, like, access my stuff. So I put it there. About 3 minutes later, he adds me on Steam, gives me a full copy of the game, plus the DLC expansion for multiplayer.
You serious?
And then unfriends me and then blocks me.
Oh my gosh.
I was like,
That is ridiculous.
yeah, I was like, what is happening?
I can't believe that. Like that. That's just. Dude.
I got a free $60 game from Reddit just by, like, participating, like, just by not even, I was doing it half-heartedly. I was just like, I was trying to be funny, being like, because I like Doom and I want to play it. And then I went back on the thread and he was like, All it took was one non-bullcrap answer to get the game. You all lose.
Ugh.
And then the thread was over. And I was like, what?
That's ridiculous. Oh,
So
man.
I've got Doom on Steam.
for free.
For free.
Thank you. Okay, shout outs to that guy.
Yeah,
for
seriously.
being just MVP of the week.
100%. So that was one of the biggest, craziest things that happened to me this week.
I always hear about that stuff too.
Yeah.
It's like it's like, oh yeah, this dude gave me a game. It's like, yeah, it's never gonna happen to me or anyone I know.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
It's like so rare, and then it happened. But also, I got Uncharted 4 this week.
We should get that guy on the show.
We should.
We just like not say anything. Just like wants a free game. That's it.
So I got Uncharted 4 this week,
Yes.
and Connor has been watching me play it a little bit.
Oh my gosh.
And my favorite thing in the world is Connor's just reactions to, like, look at that dude's shirt. Look at that dude's face.
It's like-
that's a human being.
It's ridiculous because it's like, okay,
You're playing real life.
For example, I'm just gonna hijack this because it's amazing, but
Yeah.
whatever. There's a section where you're going up the hill and you're like taking a winch up to like go up a tree or whatever. It's not like it's no spoilers or anything. It's just like there's.
Oh yeah, the winch on the front of the Jeep. Yeah.
And yes, so you get the winch and you're going up these stairs, and I've noticed that like as Brian, kind of looks around, like he's switching hands behind his back, and I was like, of course you would.
Yeah.
And then like he gets up to the tree and there's not just a prompt. I'm like, oh, you actually have to go around the
You
tree.
physically have to make Drake walk around the tree and
Yeah.
then connect the cable like you would in real life.
Of course you would. And then you have to like go down the hill, and then it's like.
Oh, dude.
And then like there's one where he slipped and he fell, and the cable had collision. And it's like, of course it would.
Yeah, I ran into the cable, and instead of just going through it, he like actually reached up and like put his hand in front of his
Yeah.
face to block the cable from hitting him.
Actually, it would really hurt.
Yeah. So, Uncharted 4 is an unbelievable technical marvel, and I am blown away by it because I love the Uncharted series, and this one is just unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like, what a I still haven't beaten it. I plan on doing that this weekend at some point.
Yeah.
Getting all the way through. I think I'm on chapter like 13, 14, something like that. So I'm getting close.
Yeah. And we were talking a little bit, and I think one of the reasons that Brian remembers them more fondly than I do is because, like, at the time they were technical marvels.
They were, yeah.
And like I was just kind of he used the word spoiled, which I guess I was. But it's like it makes me like, I don't know, gives me a different frame of mind for like
Sure.
when you played those games.
And when I said spoiled, I didn't mean that you
I
as a
know.
person are spoiled. I'm just saying like someone as young as you is spoiled in the sense that you grew up with already being a part of like the big giant revolution of 3D pretty games. So I went from 8-bit NES stuff to like Uncharted being, so
It's
I
like-
got to see the progression slowly over time.
Yeah, it's like the worst looking game I played as a kid was Pokemon.
Yeah,
So it's
see.
like,
Exactly. And then last but not least, something super awesome happened actually yesterday. I'm at work, and I get a text from Tabby. She goes, I got you presents. I'm like, presents?
happy birthday.
Yeah, it's not even my birthday,
Yeah.
but she was just like, yeah. And I was like, what are they? She's like, you'll see. They're on your desk. And I was like, okay. So I get home from work, and there is just a pure black shirt with a white Doom logo on it.
Nice.
And it looks awesome. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. And then I look over, and at GameStop, they have these Doom posters. One side shows the Doom Marine, and on the other side it shows the Cyber Demon.
Ooh.
And so she got me 2 of those so I can have them both hang up
Yeah.
with both sides showing. She got me these these Doom trading card things.
Yeah, I looked at it and I was like, are these just trading cards?
They're awesome. There's like 4 of them. I've got like the Cacodemon, the Revenant, the Mancubus, and the Cyber Demon. And it's like on the back it shows like their weaknesses, like what kind of enemy they are, blah blah blah. I'm like, this is so cool.
Are all of their weaknesses just a shotgun?
No.
Oh man, I just wanted them all to just be like guns.
And then last but not least, there was this little green box. It was like a little gift box and had a power button on it. And I opened it up, and it was a $20 PlayStation Network PlayStation Store card.
Nice.
And I was just like, what the heck? I love my girlfriend.
That's
She's
amazing.
so sweet and thoughtful, and she didn't have to do that, and it was out of nowhere, and I love you, and I thank you. For that.
Nice.
So it was awesome. But yeah, so it was a pretty good week, man.
That was
Lots
awesome.
of interesting, crazy, weird, wacky, good
Yeah.
stuff happened. So
Yeah. Awesome.
what happened with your
Well,
week, bruh?
A week occurred with me or to me or however you want to say that. I did a lot. I watched a lot of movies this week, actually.
Yeah?
I went to my grandmother's last weekend for Mother's Day.
Okay.
And so there's no internet there, so I just have to, bring movies with me and watch them there.
Yeah.
So I have a whole list. So first I watched, have you ever seen The Fountain?
Yes.
I don't know if that's a good movie or not.
I wasn't a fan.
There's like a whole bunch of symbolism in that movie, and it's like,
it's symbology.
Yeah, it's like, like the whole overall, yeah.
Sorry. Sorry, I love Boondock Saints. Never mind. Go ahead.
Yeah. Anyway, so there's all this, like, I don't know. I feel like if it was executed better, I'd actually like it more. I still like some of the concepts in it.
Sure.
Which is something I say when I don't actually like the thing. Like, I like the concepts in it, but
that's the polite way of saying I did not like this movie.
Yeah, but anyway, they are Anyway, so that's like a 6 or 7 out of 10. It's all right.
Okay.
If you get nothing else to watch on TV, it's like worth that. Watch Layer Cake with Daniel Craig.
I have no idea what that is.
It's really good. It's before he became Bond. It was like 2004.
Okay.
It's just like a British crime drama.
Cool.
Super good.
I love Daniel Craig.
It's really good. I saw Leon the Professional.
Nice.
Yeah,
we talked about that last night.
Super good movie.
I love that movie.
It's probably my top 50.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's really good. It's one of my favorites. I love movies like that.
I should watch that. I haven't seen that in a few years.
Yeah, and I watched The Winter Soldier because I was super behind.
Nice.
That's good. I was thinking about making a Winter Soldier costume maybe in the long run.
Yeah, the thing is Captain America is my least favorite Marvel superhero.
Yeah.
He's as boring to me as like Superman.
Yeah, he's just vanilla.
But his movies aren't bad.
Yeah.
I like the movies. I'm actually tonight Tabby and I are going on a date to the drive-in. We're going to go see Civil War.
Nice.
Well, it's a double feature. Civil War and then Jungle Book immediately afterwards. So
awesome.
I'm excited to see it specifically for Spider-Man.
Dude, Spider-Man's the best.
Yeah.
I
Sorry.
love Spider-Man.
Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, Winter Soldier is good. I want to do a Winter Soldier cosplay eventually, but I don't getting that stuff to make the arm is going to be expensive, so it'll be like a long-term project.
Sure.
No rush. I saw Age of Ultron also.
That's a good one.
Yeah, super good. I don't know. I think I like the first Avengers better.
Agreed. I think it's the first Avengers and the first Iron Man movies are, or first Iron Man movie, to me are still my favorite.
Yeah.
They're amazing.
And I'd kind of forgotten, but I forgot how much I just love Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Sorry, not Tony Stark. Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark.
As Tony Stark. Yeah.
Like he's one of my favorite things about this movie.
He's a genius.
Yeah,
I love that man.
Absolutely. Dude, that's a fantastic actor. Real quick, all right, who's your favorite Avenger?
My favorite Avenger?
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
All right. Okay, Spider-Man. I was going to say the same thing. Past Spider-Man. All right, who do we got?
I love Spider-Man. But if I can't choose Spider-Man, then definitely Iron Man.
Okay, me too. Anyway, this entire point was moot. I got to wrap this up real quick. Watched a movie called Frankenstein Unbound.
What? Okay.
Yeah, it's about this dude who travels back in time.
Uh-huh.
It's weird because it's like he travels back in time when Frankenstein was written, but it's like considering like Frankenstein actually took place.
Huh.
It's got some interesting concepts, but the execution's kind of eh.
Sure.
Yeah, don't watch that movie.
Oh, all right. Then.
Anyway, and then that's it for movies, for my extremely long movies week. I played Advance Wars.
Yeah.
I played so much Advance Wars this week for like no reason.
Well, that game's great.
Because I was like, it's like, oh, it's so addicting.
Yeah, it's it's grid based.
It's so good.
I love grid based. stuff.
I love tactical grid based games. I've played and beat Sonic Advance.
Okay, why not?
It's a good Sonic game.
Yeah.
Played as my boy Knuckles. And then I played so much MGS5 for no reason.
Oh, wow.
It just became my junk food game.
I love how you say for no reason when there is a reason, because it's
enjoyment.
fun.
Okay. Well, it's like, because there's all these new games coming out, and I have like Rainbow Six or all these like fulfilling multiplayer games, and it's just like, nah, I'm just going to run around and shoot people. And there's a section where I was like, I'm just going to hide in the back of this truck and see how far it'll take me. And I remember I got bored and just left to watch stuff on my computer. I still looked up, and I was still like in the back of that truck. And I was just like, I've just gotten to where like, I want to see like all like the cool stuff I can do with the AI. I just start playing with them. Like I'll shoot one guy and like I'll watch their guard patterns or something. It's like anyway.
Well, as soon as I beat it, you can borrow Uncharted 4.
Yeah. Okay.
For sure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to pick up Doom. There's a couple games I want to get.
Because as soon as I finish the storyline for Uncharted, I'm going straight into Doom. I'm putting Doom on the back burner for now, even though
Yeah.
I'm like, ugh.
Well, because you're probably gonna beat Uncharted today or tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
you're probably gonna replay the heck out of Doom.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna beat Uncharted again. I'm playing on the hardest difficulty level on Uncharted right now that's available.
Yeah.
But you have to beat it to unlock the really higher ones. So I'll go back through with those.
Okay.
And
Nice.
tear it up.
Do you get anything for beating the game with that, other than like an achievement?
It's just trophies and
Okay.
stuff. You might get unlocks, like
Yeah.
multiplayer unlocks or something.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not sure. So
Cool.
don't quote me on that. But yeah.
Well, that's about it for our weeks.
Yeah. Cool.
Weeks.
Sounds like fun, eventful weeks.
Yes.
Yeah. So, awesome.
Owls.
Awesome. Cool. So we are going to go straight into the quick list.
Quick.
Yeah.
That was just pretty vanilla. I didn't do anything weird with that.
I
That's
liked
fine.
it though. It's been a
Yeah.
while since we've had vanilla. So the quick list for this week is going to be our top 5 science fiction movies.
Science fiction.
Fiction.
Fictional science.
Science fiction.
Fictional. And anyway.
Yes.
I can't
Anyway,
think of any follow-up to that joke, but anyway.
For me, this was actually a really hard list to do simply because I love so many of them. It
Yeah.
was like hard. It was like having 10 of your children standing in front of you and only being able to pick 5. Being like, but I love you all so much. So, why don't you go first, man?
Okay, so first off, I got Dune, and I got Sky Captain: The World of Tomorrow, and I got Trolled. All right.
I'm literally gonna pull out some hairspray and a lighter.
All right.
And
It just unplugged my mic. No. So number 5, Akira. Have you ever seen Akira?
yeah.
Yeah, super good anime movie. Had
Sure.
put it in there. Got some really cool themes in it.
Absolutely.
Maybe my top 5 somehow. I just hadn't thought about it forever. It's like, you know what? I really like that movie.
It's a good one.
Yeah. You've seen it. Sick.
Yeah.
Tetsuo! All right. Number 4, Terminator 2.
Okay.
Kind of low, but whatever. Number 3, Predator.
I love Predator.
Predator's amazing. Predator is, in my opinion, the best 80s movie.
It's
Like-
awesome.
Like,
So sorry to hijack.
Good.
You know McKay's?
yes.
They had a Dutch action figure from Predator, and
Yeah.
he came with like all of his weapons and stuff, and it was
amazing.
just Arnold, and it was old school. And I almost picked it up, but I didn't. I should have.
Mm.
The only reason I didn't is because the packaging was super beat up.
Oh, yeah.
So
Well, you probably gonna get it for pretty cheap though.
yeah, it
'Cause
was
it's
like, I think it was like $8.
I always take it out of the packages anyway.
Sure. Oh, I
'Cause-
do too. Yeah,
yeah.
I don't really have. The only 2 things I have still in their packages are my amiibos
Yeah.
that I
Amiibos.
got with my Wii U and the one you got me.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
And
you
then-
get the Mario one with your Wii U.
And then I have 3 pop characters, but one of them I took out, which is my Daniel Bryan. But my Sue Metal, which you got me,
Yeah.
and my Red Knight, which Tabby got me, are still in their boxes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dark Souls.
Yeah. I don't know. I've got like 20 something Amiibos. I'll take out.
And are they all out of their boxes?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Because it's like I always viewed them as like the trophies
Sure.
from Smash.
Yeah.
So, which is what they are. Anyway, so number 3, Predator.
Mhm.
Number 2, The Thing.
Yeah.
I love The Thing.
Yeah.
Like everything about that movie is just good.
The Thing's amazing.
Like,
I thought about putting The Thing on my list, but like, it definitely constitutes as science fiction, but it's way more of a horror movie for me.
Yeah.
Just for me personally. So I would
Yeah.
put that instantaneously in my horror list. But
Yeah. Well, for me, like my favorite science fiction movies are the ones that like kind of blend in with reality, like
Sure.
Terminator 2
yeah.
or Predator, for example.
Mm-hmm.
But except for my number 1, it was totally out there. Empire Strikes Back,
Yeah.
Star Wars. It's gotta take number 1. It's
That's
the king.
awesome.
I think that's the best Star Wars movie, Empire.
Yeah, a lot of people like Empire the best.
My favorite. Oh, go
I'm
ahead.
more partial to Return of the Jedi. To be honest.
Return used to be my favorite for the longest time, but it's like I don't know. Return used to be my favorite for the fight at the end. Then I realized there's a fight at the end of Empire too.
Sure.
And I don't know.
And I may get some flack for this, but I would have to say that probably my favorite overall Star Wars movie is Episode 7.
Okay, that's fine.
I love The Force Awakens.
Because it's pretty much just the first one.
Well, Finn and
Over.
Rey are 2 of my favorite new characters of all time. They're
Yeah.
unbelievably awesome characters.
Yeah.
So I love that movie.
Yeah, well, that's my quick list. And then honorable mention is literally like there's dozens that I could have
Just
mentioned.
80s.
Just like pretty much 80s, 90s. Like The Matrix is one I didn't put on there.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
So many I could have put on there, but
That's awesome.
whatever. All right, give me your list, bruh.
All right, man. Number 5, I put Aliens.
Nice.
I love Alien, but Aliens is like just so over the top and crazy and ridiculous, and the effects in that movie were so awesome.
Dude,
So awesome.
so good. Such a weird sequel too.
Yeah, because Alien is a horror movie.
Yeah.
Aliens is
It's
an action movie.
Yeah,
For sure.
which I think is the right way to take that series.
Yeah. Number 4, I put The Matrix.
Nice.
Because, I mean, if you've seen The Matrix, you fully understand why that movie is awesome. There's just so much going on. It makes you think. And the action is incredible. So, number 3, I kind of cheated, and I just put the Star Wars series.
Did you skip one?
Nope.
Oh.
5 Aliens,
Oh, yeah.
4 Matrix,
Yeah.
3 the entire Star Wars series.
Yeah.
Because whatever, if that's cheating, then go
Hey,
listen to someone else's list.
we make the rules.
Yeah.
And we can break them.
100%. But yes, the entire Star Wars series is amazing. Even episodes 1, 2, and 3, they're not bad. So, number 2, I put Total Recall.
Nice. I love Total Recall.
The original though, not the
Yeah.
not the remake, but the Arnold one, because that movie is
It's
so violent.
Oh,
it is so
man.
over the top and ridiculous and Quaid.
Like when he pulls that thing out of his nose, you're like, are
yeah.
you serious?
Start the reactor. Before I do number 1, my honorable mentions is I've got Event Horizon.
Nice. That's a good movie.
I've got Back to the Future.
Okay.
I've put The Running Man,
Okay.
and I put The Thing also.
Yeah.
'Cause
Thing's good.
blah, blah, blah. And the number 1, I put Terminator 2.
Yes.
For me, Terminator 2 is like the definitive sci-fi action
Yeah.
movie
I think
ever.
Terminator 2 is my favorite movie, but like in terms of sci-fi movies, like it
Mhm.
ranks a little bit lower.
Okay,
Like if you're doing just that.
but yeah, so that was a quick list.
Yes. It was really quick.
That was funny because
Yeah,
you
it's
said
because I
you
said
the
quick
thing.
twice, and I did it in falsetto. Anyway, so next
Awesome.
up
So yeah, that was a good
Yeah.
that was a good quick list for the week.
was good. I like that.
We should do more movie
Yes.
quick lists in the future. 'Cause
Or
there's
just
lots of
movie-
untapped goodness out there.
Movie content in general, actually.
Sure. So we're gonna move right along into the mini boss segment.
Minnie and the Boss.
I want to hear Elton John actually sing that one day. Mini and the boss. All right. So the mini boss segment for the week is video games that we liked, but never finished for whatever reason.
Life happens.
Life happened, or something else came up, or we just got bored halfway through, or something. But that doesn't necessarily mean these are bad games. These are games that we really like. Just I've never seen the ending to
Never
them.
seen the credits.
So cool. I'll start off this one.
Okay.
I mean, we're not gonna not really formal. I've got like a small list of
Okay,
of
then
games.
fine. Jeez.
All right. So I put Final Fantasy 9 and 10.
Oh, okay.
I've made it through half of both of those games.
Because you love both of those games.
I love both of those games. I have just never taken the time to beat them. The only Final Fantasy that I have ever beaten all the way through is Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah.
I've seen Final Fantasy 8 played to completion, but with friends back home. But I never personally beat it. But I have seen the ending and seen it beat.
Okay.
Final Fantasy 9, I have no idea what happens at the end. And Final Fantasy 10, simply because of internet and spoilers,
Yeah.
I know what happens at the end, but I've never gotten there myself.
Do you like it death metal music at the end?
I love metal music.
I also enjoy metal music. But I don't feel you're in the minority there. I feel like there's a lot of especially Japanese RPGs that are just so long you just can't beat them.
I mean, I can throw Final Fantasy 3 in there, or
Yeah.
technically Final Fantasy 6.
Yeah. That's a great
because
game.
I've gotten halfway through that one too and haven't finished it either. So I don't know what it is with me and halfway through FF7 or just FF games.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
You're gonna beat 15 though.
oh, 100%.
Yeah.
There's no way
So
I'm
am I.
not going all the way through Final Fantasy 15.
It's gonna be such a good
I'm
song.
so excited for that game. I cannot even describe it.
Yeah.
Loves it.
Now that Zelda's not coming out this year, it's my most anticipated game.
Sure.
So yeah, okay.
So let me ask you a quick question. Side note here.
Okay.
Are you going to pick up Legend of Zelda on the Wii U, or are you going to get it on NX?
I'm probably gonna try and get in the NX.
Yeah, me too.
Wait, it depends on which one has press B to attack, because that's what I'm gonna get it on.
Well, they're both going to have that
I know.
because the Wii U doesn't do
And if
motion controls.
Yeah, they do.
It has the ability to
Yeah.
do it, but there are no games that are. It's just the touchscreen
It's
stuff.
gonna be swipe on the touchpad to attack. I'd be like, oh, gross.
Yell, swipe into the
Yeah!
the game
Yeah!
microphone.
Hot.
You have to do Link's noises
Yeah!
to attack. Hey!
And you have to yell or else you take more damage.
Awesome. All right, throw a game out there, man.
Throw a game. Okay. Spider-Man, the PS1 and movie Spider-Man. I never beat both of the games, but I love them so much.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Specifically, there's a part in Spider-Man PS1. You know when you have to... have you beaten that game or played it a decent amount?
I beat the Spider-Man on PS1.
Yeah. You know when you have to chase Venom?
Yes.
I could never get past that as a kid.
That part was rough.
Yeah, because it's like I would always get to like the point where like you go in the building and like Spider-Man's all like, I don't know. But yeah. And then the movie one, because that game's really hard.
Yes.
It's ridiculously hard. It's like one of those, I don't know, it's one of those early GameCube games where it's just like, hey, it's like Devil May Cry, where it's like, hey, we're just going to not tell you how to beat this game.
Yeah.
But it's not like, you don't have any like dodge moves. Actually, you do. I think you can dodge bullets, but it's really hard when there's bullets coming from every direction.
Sure. That's awesome. I like those games a lot too. I beat the first one, but I don't think I've played the movie one.
It's good. If you find it for like $3, it's worth the pickup.
Yeah.
Because you can play as Green Goblin in it. It's really good.
So let me throw one out there. Grand Theft Auto 5.
Really? Okay.
I love Grand Theft Auto 5. It's just so... It's such a big game.
Yeah.
So it gets overwhelming after a while.
Fair enough.
And I'll step away from it, and then I haven't beaten it yet.
Yeah.
I've got it on Steam, and I think I'm about halfway through. I might be a little bit more than halfway through, but I just haven't been like, you know what? I'm just going to wrap this up and finish out at least the storyline, because I know there's 800 million things you can do afterwards as well as online. And but as far as just the main story campaign, haven't finished it yet.
I think it's the strongest or tied with San Andreas's.
Okay. Yeah.
Because it's really good. There's a whole bunch of like good set pieces in that. It's just Grand Theft Auto. You're like, yeah.
I really like all three of the characters in Grand Theft Auto 5. They all bring something unique to the table.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, so that's one of mine.
Cool. For me, Earthbound.
Okay.
I'm on like the home stretch of Earthbound.
Gotcha.
Like,
is this on Virtual Console?
This is on Virtual Console.
Okay.
Yeah. I am. There's like I forget what it's called. I think it's called Lost Underworld. But it's like in that game you have to collect 8. I think they're like notes or something, like parts of a song, and I'm on like the 7th one.
All right.
And then I know there's one after it, and then I'll be done. It's a home stretch. No, actually, I get 8, and then there's like I say I'm on the home stretch, but there's probably like 20 hours left in the game.
Jeez.
But I'll play it eventually.
Yeah, but with a JRPG, that is the home stretch.
That's the home stretch where it's like,
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, the Earthbound.
Yeah.
Super good game.
I haven't even gotten I've gotten like maybe an hour and a half into that game.
There is a weird, I don't want to say learning curve, but there's like, there's a Midgar section.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's the best way to say it. Where it's like, yeah, this seems fun, but it doesn't really open up until you like
you get to a certain section.
Until you get like your second character, and then like the combat, like instead of just mashing A to kill everything, it opens up like exponentially.
Whereas like Chrono Trigger is just like, hey, everything is amazing right now. Go hit start. Go. And you're like, okay.
It's one of the reasons why I think people like Chrono Trigger a lot, is because it just kicks you out the door. It's like, go play. You're like, okay.
That is a game I have finished, by the way.
Yes. Oh, nice. Because I know a lot of people haven't finished that. Anyway.
Next one. I put Fallout 4.
Okay.
That's another game that I have done a ridiculous amount in, but still have not finished the storyline. And we've talked about that in like way earlier episodes, because that was right around the time that the game was coming out.
Yeah, it came out like November, I think. Something like that. Maybe October.
Yeah, something like that. It was late last year.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just one of those things where I ran into a situation where it just took all the wind out of my sails, and I haven't wanted to go back and finish it out. So
yeah, and there's like, I think a lot of people actually had that, because I had that, but I forced myself to beat the game, and I don't know.
I love it.
Yeah,
I mean, the game's incredible.
It's a solid game,
it's
but
super good. But it's just, it's like it's. I've got other things that I would rather play.
Yeah. I want to tell you it's worth it, but it's like.
I could probably just look it up.
Yeah, you can look it up,
and
or I could just tell you.
Go do. We'll talk about that later.
It's kind of boring until you get to like the very end, and you pick like a faction that you side with, and there's like a huge war, and that part's cool. But like the rest of it's kind of. Anyway.
I don't know. Anyway,
so I guess I'm up.
Yeah.
Zone of the Enders 2.
Okay.
I remember I talked about this game. I'm on the final boss.
Just haven't done it.
I just haven't done it because the boss before that's actually way harder, and it just kind of like it took me like 20 or 30 attempts.
Huh.
because it's again one of those earlier games where
Yeah.
it just kicks your butt and it expects you to get good.
Sure.
Uh,
Get good.
yeah. But it's a really good game.
Yeah.
Like it's actually one of my favorite games.
I really like Zone of the Enders.
Yeah.
Games are a lot of fun.
That game shouldn't control as well as it does.
I know.
Man.
I love games where you play it and it's like, why is this an extension of my brain?
It's like, oh, I know what I'm doing. Especially when you get the. Have you played Zoe 2?
Yeah.
When you get the zero shift, that
Okay.
game just becomes immediately better. Like there's like, okay, this game's like it's 8 out of 10. It's like, oh, 10. Okay, 10 out of 10. All right. It's just like I'm doing anime stuff. All right.
Brilliant.
Nice.
Side note here. You know the show Lost?
Yes.
Okay. I've seen every single episode of Lost except the series finale.
Oh.
I
That's funny.
stopped. And it wasn't for any particular reason. I was going through the entire series, watched the second to last episode, and was like, all right, I got to go to bed because I have work in the morning. I'll finish this tomorrow. Never did. Just never went back. Still to this day have not seen it.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's just I was like, nah.
I do that with shows like halfway through, but not like at like the very end. That's funny.
Very last.
And now it's too late because you know what happens.
I've already found out, so it doesn't even matter now. But last one I've got on my list of like any significant
Okay.
significance to me as a gamer is Resident Evil 0.
Okay.
Resident Evil is one of the most important video game franchises to me, period. I love the Resident Evil series, and Resident Evil 0 is in the same engine as the Resident Evil 1 remake.
Yeah.
So it's amazing, and it controls well, and it's beautiful, and I love Rebecca Chambers. She's
Super solid character.
super awesome character. Because she's got that innocence about her. Like, she's tough, but she's not, like, punching boulders.
She's like 18 or like
yeah,
19.
something like
It's
that.
really young.
So, but yeah, I love that game. I just need to go back and finish it. I really want to finish it on GameCube, though.
Okay.
Because the HD remaster that they released, they messed up the controls.
Yeah, it's kind of wonky.
They, like, made the run button where the menu button normally is.
Oh.
And, like, so it's like, why did you do that? Resident Evil has been the same across the board, but on this game, you decided to change the controls and make it so it is physically impossible for you to configure the controls.
Yeah, games nowadays should really just have an option where you can map any button to whatever.
Well, I mean, why not?
I mean,
There's, you can always go back to default if you get to a point of the game where it's like the controls would affect your progress.
Yeah.
So it's like, whatever.
Sure.
I don't know.
It's like I want the C stick left to be shoot.
Yeah. Pew pew.
Clack, clack, clack. All right. I've got two more here. I'm just going to
just fire them off.
breeze real quick. Mass Effect 2.
Okay.
I love that. I love those games. They're really good for what they are.
I love Mass Effect.
I just got to a point where I think I was doing what's that green Hitman dude's name?
I know who you're talking
Yeah,
about.
that dude. I was doing his loyalty mission,
Mm-hmm.
and I got stuck, or like it took me a couple attempts, and I just kind of got burnt out, and I just stopped playing, and I haven't picked it up. It's been like a year or like 6 months since I've done that.
That's gnarly.
It's been a while. I want to pick it up and play it someday. I don't know if I'll play 3. I want to at least finish 2.
Sure.
I own all 3 of them.
2 is my favorite
Yeah.
out of the series.
And then Andromeda's coming out, which I'll probably pick up. As long as I can. Dude, Garrus is amazing.
I
though.
want to see what Andromeda's about before
Yeah.
I like commit to buying it, because 3, I picked up 3 and I did not like it at all.
Yeah, I'll see how it goes. And then last one, San Andreas.
Okay. Yeah.
Probably because I was too young to even just like wanting to finish the story. I was like, I'm just gonna drive around and shoot people for 12 hours and go to
Yep.
bed and do it again.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Bow.
Yeah. I'm sure I know almost everyone I know who's played San Andreas. I've seen someone beat it, but I've never beaten it myself.
Gotcha.
But like, I know a lot of people can probably relate to me.
Sure.
but-
I mean, that's there are a lot of people out there and a lot of games that people are just like, God, I love that game. Have you beaten it? No. Why? I don't know. Because stuff and things. Awesome. Well, that was a fun mini boss segment.
It was.
We could revisit that.
Yeah, because I can think of at
yeah, I
least
was-
another 5 more.
Yeah, me too. I'm there with you. And if we have a guest on, it would be interesting to hear theirs
Yes.
as well. So, cool. So, with that being said, we are going to move straight on into the news.
Pause for too long.
Pause for way too long.
Pause for way too long.
We don't need to pause. We don't need to pause. Life in plastic.
It's fantastic.
You
I
can
don't
brush
need
my
to pause.
hair and
Yeah,
trust me,
dude,
every
dragon
day.
power.
The
Yeah.
imagination. Aqua's
Aria's
still
a
a band,
dog.
I think.
I don't. Okay.
Awesome.
Anyway, on to the first news. Leave that in. Battlefield. So it's my turn to do news this week.
Yes.
So the Battlefield 1 trailer is the most liked of any YouTube video out there.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like take Gangnam Style or any of these other.
So it's got the most likes.
It's got the most likes of any YouTube video.
That's amazing.
And us on that note, Battlefield 1 people.
Yeah.
It's coming out, and I'm pretty excited. I'm not like overhyped for it, but it's like that'll be pretty fun.
Well, I think it's funny because I think it's going to be great because
I know it'll be great.
It's going to be interesting to see how they do a Battlefield or a World War I game in like big epic grand game fashion, because that war isn't exactly one that's real easy to do. So but on that note as well, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, I don't know if it's the least amount, but it's got one of the most unliked videos or trailers ever.
I debated putting it in there or not, or putting it in the news, but that's something I was going to bring up, where it's like either like the fastest like disliked video or like anything, which sucks. But
that's whatever. I mean,
it's weird because I'm one of the only people who's like, it might be fun. It looks stupid enough where.
Well, dude, okay. Here's the thing. I was having this discussion with my brother yesterday. All Call of Duty games are fun. Yeah, they're fun. They are what they are. You know what you're getting into when you play a Call of Duty game. It's a fast-paced Twitch shooter, run around, blang blangs and kablooies, and it's fun. However, I understand why people hate on it so much simply because it's the same. It's the Madden of shooters.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good way to put it.
It is a reskin and a new name.
I think they've gone too far for me.
Agreed.
Well,
which is why I love the fact that Battlefield took a step way back.
And actually, I have a note here that Call of Duty Infinite Warfare's dev has praised Battlefield's 1 launch for just being so just gigantic, for bringing something fresh into like. I'm hyping myself up now, because it's gonna be. It's not going to be a Twitch shooter. Well, it's going to be a Twitch shooter, but it's going to be like way more reliant on accuracy. Because like World War I is fought most with bolt action rifles.
Yeah, those rifles are not exactly what you would call advanced warfare. Hey-o! Hey-o! Hey-o!
Oh! And it's going to be reliant. The game is probably more reliant on accuracy than anything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I assume it's probably going to be 1 or 2 shot kills.
Yeah,
for
if it's going to be a realistic
environment,
whatever. My brother asked me, he's like, well, then what can Call of Duty do to reinvigorate the franchise? And I was like, go back to World War II.
Or Modern Warfare. I would love another Modern Warfare
They're
game.
already doing Modern Warfare.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, they're remastering Modern Warfare.
But like, I'd like a new Modern Warfare.
Oh, well, that's just, they've done a new Modern Warfare every single year.
Yeah, but they can have new guns.
That's what they do in every single game.
I know, but I want real guns. Like, because I'm never going to be able to shoot a vector, what's it called?
I was saying go back to World War II. If they went back to World War II,
World War II is fine.
With nowadays tech and graphical abilities, that would be incredible.
That's what people thought Infinite Warfare was going to be. It was going to be time travel. You'd be going back to like all these wars with like these super guns.
Dude, if they did a Call of Duty where you time jump from era to era to era, I would buy the crap out of that game in a heartbeat.
It'd just be time splitters.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, podcast over.
All right, we're gonna make time splitters modern past.
Time fair, warden,
modern past, present, future fair.
I'm ready. All right. Sorry, we talked about this way too long.
Yeah, whatever. Buy that game, people. It's gonna be good.
Do it.
And play with us, because whatever. Uncharted and Doom came out.
Yes, they did, and it's amazing. Both of them.
They're just amazing. Those are like kind of our notable releases. I'm gonna start trying to add these in the news because we've kind of been slacking. But like notable releases that came out this week, I might do it like that in the news.
Yeah, I'll do. That's fine.
Yeah, because like I'm sure there's games come out that people want to know about.
Sure.
And I'd want to know about them because I know they sneak some indie games in there every once in a while. So this is kind of interesting. There's like, Minecraft, the game Minecraft. Yeah. What are your opinions on Minecraft?
I think Minecraft is a fantastic game for younger kids to like do stuff in a community and play together and share and be creative.
I love Minecraft. When it came to Xbox in like 2012, I'd play with my friends from high school. Like we'd just be like, "You guys want to just build a castle?" It would just be like little kids. It's awesome.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I kind of want to mention that because we haven't really talked about that on the show, and I just want to know your opinion on that. But with the news, there are Mario items coming to Minecraft Wii U this week.
I saw the picture of it.
It's like a skin pack.
It was so cool looking. Little Minecraft Mario being like, hoo-hoo.
Yeah, but it's Wii U exclusive, so that's interesting.
Okay.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Of course it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Playing as Mario on an Xbox One Minecraft edition.
Yeah. Yeah. So Pokemon Sun and Moon have been announced. I know you're not super into Pokemon, but I am. And it's going to take place on like a Hawaii kind of theme.
Cool.
I think that it was Alola, which is one step being from Aloha.
Yeah, that's funny.
And they announced the starters, which is let's see if we can get these. It's Poplio, which is like a kind of like a circus seal. It's got like a little ball on its nose. It looks kind of dumb. Just saying. There's Rowlet, which is a little ball, like grass type owl, and then there's Litten, who I'm gonna pick. He's just basically Shadow the Hedgehog, but whatever. It's like a red and black cat.
Nice.
It looks really cool and edgy. So next up, Capcom to launch 3 unannounced games by April 2017. One of them being a Monster Hunter game.
Nice.
So
I really hope that it's a Monster Hunter for consoles.
yeah, because I think Generations has been announced. I think this is a different one. So this would be interesting because unannounced Capcom games. One of them. There's
That's
so
awesome.
many.
Well, I'm excited.
Like, yeah.
I love what Capcom.
They've kind of fallen.
They have because they've. I did hear this. I don't know if you put it in the news or not, and I'm sorry if I'm stealing this news story. But Capcom has said with Resident Evil 7, they are going back to full-on survival horror roots.
Interesting.
They are. They realized that fans do not want like a big epic action set piece explosions type game in their Resident Evils.
Now, that being said, I love how 6 controls.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fine.
If they made, like, just take that engine out and make it into an action game with different characters,
Sure, it'd be
I
fine.
would love that. That'd be awesome. It just doesn't fit with Resident Evil.
No, it does not.
Like, no one complains that 5 or 6 control bad.
No.
So it's like
they control basically like Resident Evil 4, just with like a little bit more smoothness.
Yeah, they can make them into like, especially 6. You can make them into action games. So that'd be interesting to see what comes of that. That'll be happening, I guess, in about over the next roughly a year. EA has announced they would make NX games if it made sense for them to be there, which is kind of a weird way to put it. But like, if it made sense for them to make NX games, they would make it. So
it does make sense for them to make NX games.
Well,
so I don't know what that means.
Yeah. Well, because one person said that with with Battlefield 1 or the next Battlefield game, would they port it through the Wii U? And they're like, if it makes sense. Like, yeah. So that's such a weird like marketing speak.
I did hear something on the Giant Bombcast. Jeff Gersman made a very good point. He said, with NX not being shown whatsoever at E3 this year, he said any third-party developers that were working on any games for the NX don't get to show off their games.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that kind of sucks.
Interesting.
So if there are, I mean, there might not be any, but if there were third-party developers that are working on NX games, they can't talk about it yet.
Mm.
And they can't show it off at the E3 show floor and all that stuff. So I thought that was an interesting point that he made. So
also, props to Nintendo for keeping, like, especially in an age where things get leaked out like immediately after they get announced. I'm sure Nintendo has like a Pentagon level security.
Yeah,
where
dude,
underneath like Miyamoto's house, like there's this whole vault, and it's like
Miyamoto is the NX.
it's like I am the NX. It's like it'd be amazing. I would love it. I'd love just a Miyamoto in my house.
Miyamoto is the fifth element.
Just like a big like controller port on his forehead. Yeah.
Miyamoto MultiPass.
Next up, there's a new Need for Speed coming out in 2017.
Okay.
That'd be interesting.
I like the Need for Speed games.
Yeah, I like them all right. Yeah. I thought this would interest you a little bit. Kojima says next game, Hideo Kojima, will be an action game and will appeal to Kojima fans. And while not to say it's open world, users who enjoy AAA games like The Division or Uncharted will be able to enjoy it. And that's a quote from I got from GameSpot.
That sounds neat.
But
I'm interested to see what it is.
2 of your favorite games of this year are The Division and Uncharted. I thought you might want to hear that. But yeah, so I'll be
Speaking of which,
interested to see.
I sold The Division.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, like, I'm not hopping back on until they fix their game.
Fair enough.
I'm not doing it.
But like you like the game itself. But it'll be interesting. You know that? Have you seen the Hideo Productions logo?
Yeah,
with the skull?
He said there's a secret within the logo.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Like he's a part. He says like, yeah, there's like a whole body go with, and maybe there'll be an anime about it. Like who knows? Which means there'll be an anime about it. So next up, did you play The Witcher 3?
Yeah, I've got it on my PC.
Yeah, so the Blood and Wine DLC apparently is going to have better graphics than the base game.
What?
Yeah.
Ow.
That
game looks unbelievable.
Who knows? It's crazy.
Technology.
Next up, Sega is investigating Shenmue 1 and 2 remakes.
Oh, that would be
Really
dope.
cool because I never played them.
Because they're doing Shenmue 3. I mean,
Yeah.
that would only make sense to release maybe the Shenmue Legacy Pack.
Starter
or
pack.
something like that, and do HD remakes of the
Yeah.
first and second games. That would be awesome.
That'd be super interesting.
Those are games I played halfway through and didn't finish either.
So Capcom has admitted that Street Fighter V actually did lack in content and needed more polish. I personally don't think so, because
It 100% lacked in content.
yeah, well,
100%. As far as polish goes, the game plays like butter.
yeah, I don't know what they mean by polish, because that game is one of the smoothest, best looking games I've ever seen.
However, I do understand if they were referring to how bare bones it is.
Yeah.
Because that does lack polish. It's
Yeah.
like it was very, oh, is this it? Is this all there is
Yeah.
to do? Okay,
Yeah.
well, boo.
But to be fair, I was gonna pick up that game literally just to play. If that game didn't have a story mode, I wouldn't really care too much. I know a lot of people disagree with that opinion, but
It's more
I
than
know.
just story mode.
Yeah, I know.
It's like training modes. It's,
Yeah.
it's like
Well, they had-
8-player lobbies. It's
Yeah.
there was
Okay, to
so
be
much
fair,
that
yeah.
was missing.
Yeah. Okay, I gotta agree with that. Anyway, Watch Dogs 2 do have a new tone in quotation marks. I don't know what that means.
It's going to be a fishing simulator.
It's gonna be like you use your phone and
Watch Dogs, Big Bass.
you're gonna use your phone and you're just gonna play mobile games on
It's
it.
just going to play
In-
Snake
in-game,
on a
yeah.
Nokia.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. What if that's it? It takes place in the 90s and it's just it's like Watch Dogs 2.
Watch Dogs 2.
The watch dogging.
And you're just showing people Snake. Have
Yeah.
you played Snake?
You guys seen this game? Whoa. According to Watch Dogs 2, to have a new tone. According to, excuse me for this name, Yves Guillemot.
Okay.
Guillemot. I don't know how to pronounce it. Sorry, Yves.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I thought this was interesting. Hitman, the
Yeah.
Hitman game.
The episodic one.
Yeah, is going to have a target in game that you only have one shot to kill. You go in and you just you have one chance to kill this guy, and if you mess up, that's it.
That's it for the rest of the
that's it.
game.
And I love that.
That's awesome.
I love that, and it's because it's the whole. It makes it because it's in Hitman. What I would do if I mess up, is just hit start and reload. But no, it's you have to if you mess up, you have to chase after him and finish the job. And it's
Can't finish.
that's so
amazing.
cool to me. I love that concept.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's props to. Is it still IDOS? It still
Yeah.
makes them. Okay, props to IDOS for that.
And Square.
And Square, yeah. Oh wow, really?
Mhm.
Wow. ESL, which is the world's largest esports network, has promised to clean up drug use, cheating, and corruption in esports,
Cool.
which is awesome.
Yeah.
Because
Sounds good.
I know there's a whole bunch of people taking, I think, Adderall, as it was. to,
Yeah, I
focus
know
better.
it's funny. People are like, "How can you take performance enhancement drugs when you're sitting at a computer?" It's like, no, you
Yeah.
definitely can.
Oh yeah, especially with the how Twitch shooters and stuff,
Sure.
increasing your concentration. Yeah.
Sure.
Which I mean, if you correlate it to steroid use in baseball or something, it was a real problem. It's probably gonna happen eventually.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not sure about corruption and cheating. I'm sure cheating. I think there was a guy in the Overwatch bit who got exposed for using an aimbot. He was an esports team and everything.
Oh, wow.
So it's I know, yeah, that cheating is different in esports. I get two more here real quick.
Speaking of Overwatch, Blizzard said they're going to ban anyone who is cheating on their very first offense.
Oh yeah.
Permanent ban.
Yeah. I also forgot to mention Overwatch. That came out. I didn't get hands on it.
Did it come out?
No, sorry, the beta came out.
Oh yeah. I'm excited for that game.
I didn't get hands on it, and I didn't care until after the beta, and was like, dude,
Yeah.
this game's amazing. It's okay.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah. Anyway, next up.
We're at 50 minutes, by the way.
Wow. New Sherlock Holmes game to feature semi-open world.
Okay.
Yeah. And then Project Spark has been canceled.
Oh.
So Conquer is dead.
That sucks, man. Project Spark was like a more interesting Little Big Planet.
Yeah. Because it
That's-
was 3D. But that
Dang.
sucks. Conquer's dead forever.
Oh, well, I'm not worried about Conquer. Just the rest of the game is amazing.
But Conquer's dead.
Okay. I guess Conquer's dead.
Conquer's dead. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah. Was that the
Moving
news?
on. That's it.
Okay,
That's
perfect.
all for all the ridiculous. Yeah.
That was very newsy.
Yes. It was
So-
I did research this week.
Thanks for newsing us.
You're
so
welcome.
much. I really
News
appreciate
buddy.
being newsed. All right, we are going to move straight on to our final boss segment, which is the 5th and final part of our top 10 series.
Final. I don't have like a catchphrase for final yet.
On several episodes, you've gone final.
I know. I was thinking, is that it? But it's not.
guess.
That's not funny enough.
Whatever. It's funny because it keeps happening. So this top 10 is going to focus on the PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and Wii generation.
Yes. And this was hard for both of us.
It was, because there's so many games on these, spanning across these 3 consoles that are just top-notch.
Over like 10 years.
Why don't you go first, man?
Okay. So first up, I have Mario Kart Wii /DS.
Okay.
And I think in every quick list, or not quick list, and almost all of these, I've had some kind of Mario Kart game near the bottom. And I played DS and Wii a whole lot. I actually, for a very short amount of time, I think it was DK Summit, I held the world record for the fastest time trial time. And then immediately got taken over by some Japanese kid. I mean, alternating or just
go down your list.
Gotcha.
Number 9.
Number 9, Smash Brothers Brawl.
Cool.
Another party game I played a lot,
Yeah.
but didn't warrant a higher placing.
Yeah.
Super good game, and I love Smash. Number 8, Max Payne 3.
Oh,
That is one of the most enjoyable games I've ever played.
that game plays like butter.
It plays super smooth. I feel like an action hero, and everything just feels good. And I know there's a lot of people who kind of don't like that game.
Well, Max is a lovable scumbag.
Max is definitely a scumbag. I don't know if lovable is the word, but hey. Next up, Pokemon Heartgold and Diamond.
Is this number 7?
This is number 7.
Okay.
Yeah. Heartgold and Diamond.
Cool.
I love Pokemon.
I know.
Pokemon Gold is probably my favorite Pokemon game. I know I like Red a little bit better for nostalgia, but like if I had to boil it down, Pokemon Gold is just such an enhancement.
That's awesome.
And I played so much Diamond, like it's ridiculous. And then I lost all my save data because I had so many good Pokemon, and I lost the cartridge. It's somewhere. I don't know where it is.
You can find it.
I'm sure I can find it somewhere. Number 6, Bayonetta. You guys know I love Bayonetta. Super tight controlling game.
Yes.
Super I just can't say more. It's the modern beat 'em up. Number 5, Metal Gear Rising.
Okay.
A Metal Gear game would have to give you out there somewhere.
Yep.
For a short amount of time, this was my favorite game.
Yeah.
For just a little bit, just because I beat that game on every difficulty except the hardest one,
Okay.
and that's something I always play on normal.
You should go back and do that.
Yeah. It's hard. It's Devil May Cry. 3 hits dead. But I'm pretty good at that game.
You could do it.
So yeah. I unlocked the suit.
Nice.
Number 4, Guitar Hero 3.
Oh, I love Guitar Hero.
For a couple of reasons. A, Guitar Hero 3 was the game that made me play guitar because my dad was like, hey, you're spending so much time playing Guitar Hero 3, you could just literally spend half that time and play real guitar. And I was like, you are right, Dad. So thanks, Pops. But Guitar Hero 3 for just exposing me to a whole bunch of new music.
Yeah.
That's kind of something a lot of people don't talk about. It's because Guitar Hero exposed a lot of people to different kinds of music that they wouldn't have known otherwise. So
Yep.
Thanks, Guitar Hero. Number 3, Mario Galaxy.
Okay.
For obvious reasons. Just this is one of the first Wii games I played, and it's just, I think I still like Sunshine and better,
Okay.
but Mario Galaxy is super solid. Number 2, Skyrim.
All right.
It's Skyrim. It's amazing.
Skyrim's incredible.
It's like, oh, dude, it's good. It's been
Skyrim on PC is like a whole different experience.
Yeah, I dropped so many hours in Skyrim, and they announced new Elder Scrolls. Actually, I forget what the name is.
Huh.
Honorable mentions: Forza 4 and Halo 3.
Cool.
I played so much Forza 4.
I like Forza.
I
The
love
Forza
Forza.
series is amazing.
Because I like cars a lot.
Yeah.
So it's it's cool. I'm never gonna be able to buy this car, so let's go with this most realistic driving simulator ever. I can't wait till I can Oculus and a steering wheel support, so I can just literally just drive these cars and look around them. I think it'll be awesome.
That's awesome.
Can't wait for that. Number 1, Call of Duty 4.
Okay.
At the longest time, I've just dropped so many hours and played so many games with friends. Because
Call of Duty 4 was an incredible experience.
For the longest time, that was the only multiplayer Xbox game that really could have that would support 4 people. Because that's when couch co-op kind of started to die off. But yeah, that's my list.
That's
Wrapping
awesome,
up the pretty quick, actually.
Yeah.
I just can't talk about much of these because I think their reputation's going to speak for themselves.
100%.
But yeah, so
Cool. I'll go into mine here. Number 10, I put Mass Effect 2.
nice.
I 100%ed that game.
Nice.
I did literally everything there is to do, even mining planets.
Oh.
I did everything there is to do in that game. That's my favorite Mass Effect. by far. Number 9, Dead Space. I also 100%ed this game. Did everything there literally is to do on every difficulty level. It's
Wow.
one of my all-time favorite survival horror games ever, and I played it. I played it on Xbox 360.
Okay.
That version was my favorite.
Nice.
Number 8, I put Batman: Arkham Asylum.
Okay.
That was the emergence of like the finally a good Batman game. Because
Fair enough.
the last Batman game that was really good was the one on NES,
Yeah.
the side scroller.
What was the one that had the Mode 7 Batmobile?
I have no idea.
Because there's one that had like a Mode 7 Batmobile.
I don't know
on
what
the
Mode
Super
7
Nintendo.
Batmobile is.
Oh, like, you know what Mode 7 is?
I have no idea what that is.
Oh, you know F-Zero?
Well, I know F-Zero.
You know the styling of F-Zero where
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's 2D but it feels like 3D?
Uh-huh.
That's Mode 7.
Oh, okay. Okay.
There's like 12 different modes that the Super Nintendo can run, and like Mode 2 is like Super Mario World like stuff,
Gotcha.
and Mode 7 is like that I want to say isometric, but I don't think that's right. But it's like the 3D kind of feeling. It's like in Chrono Trigger too, when
Gotcha.
you're like, well, it's like I'm talking about it too much, but you know what I mean.
yeah. Okay.
You've obviously never played that Batman game.
Arkham Asylum's amazing.
Yes.
Number 7, Ninja Gaiden Sigma.
Okay.
It's the definitive version of the original Team Ninja game that came out on the original Xbox, because it was Ninja Gaiden and then Ninja Gaiden Black and then Ninja Gaiden Sigma, which was like a graphical boost. They added a bunch of extra stuff, another
Nice.
playable character. That game is incredible. Number 6, I put Red Dead Redemption.
Okay. I've never played this game actually.
It's Grand Theft Auto in the Wild West.
That's what I've heard.
That's literally what it is, and it's amazing. I like Red Dead Redemption better than all other Grand Theft Auto games other than 5.
Okay.
So, number 5, I put Mortal Kombat 9. That
Nice.
was the fighting game that really got me back into fighting games. Like,
Yeah.
heavy back into fighting games. That was such a complete package. There was so much to it. It was mind-blowing when it came out. Number 4, I put the first Dark Souls.
Okay.
Because I played it on the PlayStation 3 first before I started playing them on PC. And I sunk around 300 hours into
Wow.
Dark Souls 1 on the
Wow.
PS3 overall. Love that game. Number 3, I put Super Mario Galaxy.
Is it? I think it's the same spot mine.
Yeah,
That's
it was.
weird. Awesome.
Super Mario Galaxy is amazing. There's not much to say about it
Yeah.
other than it's just an incredible, wonderful game.
Oh, I have to get a bonus fact. Have you seen what the game looks like without the lighting effects?
No.
It looks super washed out and really,
Really?
boring. Yeah, like because
believe it.
the whole game's designed around like lighting Mario, and if you
Mhm.
take the lighting, like through an emulator, and like take it away, he just looks like a gray blob. It's
That's
like really
weird.
funny.
Number 2, I put Gears of War, the first one.
Okay.
That was my first real next-gen experience with the Xbox 360.
Okay.
Blew my mind.
For some reason, I thought Gears of War was Xbox original, but I don't think I'm right. Okay.
You are not right at all.
Okay.
Xbox, it was an Xbox 360 game,
Okay.
the first Gears of War.
Yeah, you're right.
It could
okay.
not have run on an original Xbox.
Fair enough.
At all. And then some honorable mentions. I put LA Noire. which
Oh
is amazing.
yeah, super good game.
God of War 3. That's just a huge scale game. Assassin's Creed 2.
yeah.
And I also put the Guitar Hero series, but I put it in my honorable mention.
Yeah.
And number 1 is Uncharted 2.
Yeah.
That is my definitive game of that entire generation. It is perfect from start to finish. The story, the characters, the dialogue, the action, the set pieces, the game, the environments. Perfect.
Nice.
I love it so much.
That train level though.
No, seriously, that
It's
train
the
level.
Best level in the game.
I am going to go ahead and throw this out here, though. So far, I am enjoying Uncharted 4 more than I was
Ooh.
enjoying Uncharted 2. So
That is.
it's saying a lot.
That is saying a lot.
Because I absolutely adore that game. But anyway, yeah, so that kind of wraps it up for our top 10
Yeah.
series. We might do that again in the future with some other categories. We haven't
Yeah.
touched on handhelds, and we haven't touched
No.
on some other
Touched a little
obscure
bit,
stuff.
but not really.
But yeah, so I think that was fun.
Yeah.
We're going to do some rebooted stuff for episode 20, so
Yeah.
keep that in mind, which is next episode. So good stuff heading your way.
My way.
Your way, Connor.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody else's way.
It's only me.
Oh, I also wanted to throw this in here. I did not include Grand Theft Auto 5 or The Last of Us in this list because their remastered versions on the PlayStation 4 make their PlayStation
Okay.
3 counterparts completely obsolete.
Okay.
Um,
Interesting.
So yeah, The Last of Us on PS4 is I mean, there's no reason to play the PS3 version if you've got the PS4 version.
Yeah.
And same with Grand Theft Auto 5.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah. So that's it for our final boss segment. And last but not least, Connor, you've got some good stuff for us on the free DLC segment.
I got worried because you said Connor in the way that you say, like, Connor, hit us with some plugs. And I was
No.
I've got some free DLC. I don't remember if we named this segment.
I don't think we did.
I think it was like item
yes,
/ weapon.
that item. I just wish we had a studio audience.
Item.
Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. With your host, Mark Summers.
Yeah! All right.
I wish Mark Summers would come on the podcast.
I don't even know who Mark Summers is.
He did Family Double Dare on Nickelodeon.
I don't know what that is.
Never mind.
Ah!
You 5-year-old. All right, let's do this.
Googa gaga. So this is items where I name item / power up / whatever from video game, and Brian tells me what he thinks it's from.
Cool.
I do have a mix-up question at the end here, so
Okay, I'm ready.
It's kind of different.
Bring it on.
So first one, we'll do something kind of easy. The Fat Man.
That's from Fallout 3 originally.
Yeah, Fallout 3. Correct.
Okay.
Speed up shoes.
Speed up shoes. Sonic?
Yes. Sonic.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I was about to sing the song, but all right. Soviet KF7.
That's GoldenEye.
Yeah. The pencil gun.
Yeah.
That's the pencil gun. The Ripper.
The Ripper. Dead Space.
Is there a Ripper in Dead Space?
Yeah, it's just called the Ripper. You hover a buzzsaw in the air and rip bad guys to pieces with
I
it.
was thinking Duke Nukem, but
Oh, well,
I will give it to you because
Okay.
that's a different one. All right. Shotgun Ice.
Shotgun Ice? That's Mega Man X.
Yeah, Mega Man X. Moonlight Greatsword.
That's the original Dark Souls.
Okay, it's actually in all the Dark Souls
I know,
games.
but it was
Gotcha.
it's like the Fat Man is also in Fallout 4, but it was
Gotcha.
originally in Fallout 3.
I actually have a fun fact. That's in every FromSoft game in some way or fashion.
Oh, cool.
Moonlight Greatsword. Even in Kingsfield. I've never played Kingsfield.
I don't know.
Getting off topic. Peps. P-E-P-S.
Peps?
Peps. It's like a non-lethal kind of rifle thing.
Is that Metal Gear?
No.
Oh.
It's Deus Ex.
Oh, Deus Ex. Okay. okay.
Human Revolution. Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's one, I forget what it does, but it's like a
Dang, I missed
non-lethal
it.
rifle.
All
Yeah,
right.
It's fine. Now, Bullhorn. Now, this is more of like a fighting game move than a weapon, but I want to see if you get it. Bullhorn.
Bullhorn.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I have no idea what that is.
It's Birdie. Birdie does the bullhorn. He even yells it. He says, "Bullhorn!"
I
Whatever.
don't. That's not an item or
Yeah.
weapon or power
But
up.
it's
That's a
the
move.
fighting game equivalent.
That's a move.
It's a fighting game equivalent.
That does not count.
Yeah, it does.
Because that is not a weapon, an
it does.
item, or a power up.
Yeah, he uses his head as a weapon.
That's called. Then you should have said Birdie's head, because that is the
Okay,
weapon.
you
that's
could say Birdie's head. Say Birdie's head.
Birdie's head.
Okay, you got it right. There you go. Cerebral Bore.
Oh, that is definitely Turok 2 Seeds of Evil.
Yeah, nice. Oh, you did you did the spite like subtitle thing.
Yeah.
I love it. So this one's kind of interesting. Name 3 characters that use their hair as a weapon.
3 characters that use their hair as a weapon.
Yep.
Okay. Blue Suede Goo from Clay Fighters.
I'll give it to you because I have no idea what that is, and I'm just gonna trust you on that one.
Bayonetta.
Okay.
And Sindel.
Nice. Okay. I like it. Those are 3 ones I did not expect.
Yeah.
Well, I expected Sindel. I thought you could do like Amelia Rage or like Sindel, but like I like that. Nice.
Yeah, Blue Suede Goo, he does this move where he goes, "Hey, watch the hair, man," and he whips his hair out.
Oh,
and smacks
that's
you in
the
face.
Elvis dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That game's not good.
That game's awesome.
Clay
I mean, it
Fighters-
plays like trash, but it's so much fun.
I mean the 64 version.
oh,
is
the
not
Super
good.
Nintendo version is
I know the
dope.
Super Nintendo version. Yeah, Super Nintendo version. Awesome.
Is that it?
Yep, that's it.
That's awesome.
Oh wait, no, that's it.
Oh,
I
okay.
was trying to think of it real quick, but it wasn't a funny joke, so I'm
That's
gonna bail on that super hard.
No worries. And while Connor is bailing on that super hard,
I'm bailing.
we are at the end of episode 19.
It's the very end.
Oh, so sad.
trying to make a Metal Gear reference, but
Woohoo!
I haven't made one this time.
So very quickly, all of our partners and friends. Let's see. I'll just fire them off here. MultiTap. We've got MultiTap Podcast. We've got Flock of Geeks Gaming. We've got Brendan Dorman, aka Portarius Music. We've got Kmall, and we've got Keith the Human.
Yes.
Go check out all of those guys' stuff. Their links are in our descriptions below. Good stuff, good things. You will enjoy all of them, I guarantee it. Or else I would not be suggesting them to you.
Yes.
If I didn't personally like all of those things, I would not be talking about them.
We will vouch for them.
Yeah, go check them out. Connor, what do you got for us?
So, all right, I just mentally preparing myself because it's like, all right, so if you guys want to send us fan mail, segment suggestions, answers to those segment suggestions, picture your dog. I want to see what y'all's dogs look like. That'd
I
be
would
cool.
love to see people's dogs.
Your favorite book. I haven't read it in a while, so that'd be
me
cool. Favorite video game, or just anything in general. You can send it to dragonpowerpodcast@gmail.com. You're smiling because I got it right.
Yeah, well, and I'm waiting for you to ask me what it is.
Hey, Brian. What do you want for lunch?
Dragonpowerpodcast@gmail.com is what I want for lunch, Connor.
But okay. So if you guys want to follow us on Twitter, it's at DragonPowerCast.
Yeah.
I did it! Yeah! And then if you guys want to follow us on the Facebooks, in the little search bar where you search for your mom, pictures of cats, or whatever. It's Dragon Power Podcast.
It
Just type
is.
it in, and
Fantastic.
you'll find us.
Awesome.
And
So
I
episode
believe
20
that's it.
is coming up next week. We've got some good stuff that's going to be happening there. We might do some changes and some new things to refresh. So stay tuned for that. Thank you for listening. We will be back next Monday with a brand new, spanking new episode of Dragon Power Podcast. Thanks for listening, and we will see you then.
See y'all later.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us on the Dragon Power Podcast.